Hi everybody, Vintage Machine Repair here. I am really excited about this machine. It's a Necchi Alco. So I'm excited for a few different reasons. This is the first Necchi that I really worked on extensively. So it has a little special place in my heart because of that. But it's not a common machine. It's not a collectible machine. Don't get excited. But it is not a common machine. So there's not a lot of videos or information out there. So I'm hoping that somewhere out there this can be super helpful to someone. So in this video, what I'd like to do is just go over adjusting stitch length and how to wind the bobbin. In a future video, I'd like to talk a little bit about how to disassemble and reassemble the tension mechanism. And in a even more future video, when I end up listing the machine on eBay, because I do restore machines both, from folks here who email me in the SoCal, LA area, but I also sell the machines that I restore. One day I'm gonna list this when I remember to do so, and at that point I'll make a video with a whole run through of the machine, its history, and all of the functions that it has. But for today, let's just talk about winding the bobbin and adjusting stitch length. Okay, so let's go through adjusting stitch length on this machine. So it's a straight stitch machine only, so it's not hard to figure out. That's why I didn't want to make a whole separate video on it. The stitch length knob goes from 0 to 4. Spoiler alert, like I said, this is not what you would call a collectible machine. And so the range of stitch length is actually not that impressive. But what it does do well. I wouldn't have restored this machine if I didn't think it was worth it. And it is a Necchi machine in the end too, So obviously going all the way to the lowest one is the shortest stitch length, and all the way to 4 is the highest one. That's the longest stitch length. There's not a lot of times that I would advocate sewing in the shortest stitch length. I can think of only maybe one occasion when you would want to do that if you don't want to back tack when you're sewing very delicate fabrics. But you want to secure the end of the seam using a super small stitch length stitch is helpful. That's about it. Long stitch length, you can definitely use that for basting, gathering, things like that. But anyway, that's how you would work that around. So this guy, the bobbin tire was in okay condition, but I did decide to replace it anyway. So it does have a new bobbin tire. The bobbin winding mechanism is very, very easy to use, and it literally, can you see this? Yes, it literally has a lever that says push. I don't know how much easier they can make it for us, okay? So this machine uses your regular type of class 15 bobbins. As with all machines, or rather, okay, so let me start at the beginning. So grab your spool of thread. It has 2 spool pins. The one up top, this is for your main thread, and the one down here, that's where you put this on for your bobbin winding mechanism. There's a drum or cymbal type of tension disc down here. So you just kind of take the thread and thread it through there. Gives just a little bit of tension. As with most of the class 15 bobbins, you always thread from in to out. So there you go. Give it a little bit of slack. You're going to notice that on these type of bobbins, it's kind of hard to see, unfortunately, on here. But on these type of bobbins, they have a little, I guess you could say, a little divot here that is going to match up with a little triangle that's on the bobbin winder. Hard to see. You cannot miss it, I promise. So make sure that when you put the bobbin in, the thread is coming out that way, okay? So there it goes inside. Now, push. And let me go ahead and make sure that this is actually plugged in, but it's not. So give me just a second. Okay, now that it's plugged in, I turned on the light back here. So again, we were saying that the thread should be coming off of the left circle and it should be coming toward this side. So then whenever you wind any bobbin, you always want to hold the tail for at least 4 or 5 revolutions just to make sure that the thread is secure. There, that's enough. Cut the tail off so it doesn't wind within the bobbin and cause a big mess. And you just press. Now, this eventually, when it gets full, it will disengage by itself. I'm not going to fill it too much because I really just want to show you how to do it. Oh, I just realized I did not disengage the clutch. There you go. Give me a second, hold on. There you go. Okay, so then you have 2 levers here. The one that says push and there's one to the left of it. So you just kind of press up, bring out the bobbin, cut the thread off, and you are done. So that in essence is how to wind the bobbin and how to change the stitch length on this Necchi Alco. In the next video, I'll go over how to unwind or disassemble the tension assembly. And I might make a video on the winding the top thread because that I think will be helpful to somebody out there at some point. It was great talking to you guys about this great little machine. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments. And yeah, I hope to talk to you guys soon again. Bye.